Good morning, my friends and followers and my subscribers. Mainly you, the subscribers, because everyone else can get to hell. They're not needed if you haven't subscribed. Right. And if you're watching this video right now and you've not yet subscribed, why not? It's free. And did I change my calendar this morning? Well, it's Sunday, isn't it? It's Sunday, yeah. The Lord's Day of Rest, as they call it. Yes. Yes. Did you know that whenever I grew up in a place called Ballybeen Estate in Dundonald, Northern Ireland, I went to a thing called the SABAC. Yes, the Salvation Army Boys Adventure Club. Yes. And the weird thing is, this is a true story. So the Salvation Army put together these clubs to take kids off the street, basically. Stop them causing mischief and all the rest of this shit. And we went to a little club, Salvation Army. And they had little Subbuteo tables set up, Subbuteo table football and pool and games and this. And I bet you could play the trumpet and all that crap. Well, do you know what? They wanted to put together and make it a club. So it was called the Salvation Army Boys Adventure Club. And the girls was called the SAGAC, the Salvation Army Girls Adventure Club. And we needed uniforms. So do you know what we got? And my mother's watching this. German army uniforms. That's what they dressed us in. The Salvation Army dressed us in German army uniforms. Yes, they took off the badges, clearly. But apart from the pilot's one, we had a little pilot's hat, shaped like a... It was long and flat. You put it on your head. And it had a German... it had a German badge on the front. Don't know why I'm telling this. I'm just saying. Anyway... Yeah, because I mentioned the Lord's Day of Rest. I went into Sunday school. Anyway, there we go. So, yesterday was a quiet day, actually, in the Colt household. Didn't really do much. Gwen went back to work. Luba went to do stuff with medical. And I've been chilling. Yes, drinking my soldier-owned coffee, actually. Yes. Will I do a live tonight? I don't know. Should I? I think I might. There's lots to talk about. Today's media is a wash of shit. I'm just going to say that. It really is. But I was thinking, I'm looking through all these inspirational things on Instagram. Everyone's like, if they don't, there's all these things for people. It's like sceneries of mountains. And there's an actor's voice going, if she doesn't text you back after 3 hours, it's because you are not important to her. And then there's all these things like, and I did one myself. I thought it was quite funny because I'm watching it. I may not have 6 strong people to carry my coffin, but I know one badass that'll carry it till his legs give way. It's all these inspirational stuff. It's everywhere. Everyone's trying to be heard. And there's a lot of, I don't want to be sexist, but there's a lot of beautiful women on Instagram. Far too many. And it's all silly things like, if your partner goes out to work and buys you clothes and food and drink, you should give him a BJ once a week. There's so much shit. Everyone's just wanting to be heard on Instagram. It's less toxic than Twitter, but it is completely fake. And you have to play the fake game if you want to be a brand ambassador. That's how it is. I don't play those games, unfortunately. I couldn't give a toss. Right, so where are we? Right, the media today. I'll get there, won't I? Scabies, who is the Sussex's mouthpiece, has put out all these different... Why are media giving this little shitbag airtime? Why are we giving him airtime? He's full of shit. He has no value. He's an oxygen thief. I'll talk about oxygen in a minute, by the way. It's a very important lesson coming up. Scabies has released in his book Endgame, which I think will end Harry and Meghan, I hope so, saying that he believes that Prince William, because he's the heir to the throne, is putting out mixed messages about Harry and causing friction. No, actually, no. Your books cause friction. His book, the something, has caused friction. The Oprah interviews cause friction. All the interviews has caused friction. All the bullshit's caused friction. And no one cares. The UK, you know what? I'm only mentioning this right now because it's in the media today, but you know what? We don't give a shit about the ginger twat and his narcissistic wife. We don't care. We actually don't care. Just stay over there. Just off. We don't care. We don't care. No one cares. The UK's already washed its hands with you. We don't care. I mean, there we go. Yes. So that's happening. And what else have I got here? Now, I mentioned this a while ago. When I was on Twitter, I knew about this, and you always watch. Whenever I was on LinkedIn, I'm going to be honest with you, one of the biggest places that the British Army and the government spy on you is LinkedIn. LinkedIn, they have access to all your LinkedIn accounts. They can check everything. So that is the place where you're going to get spied on a lot, is LinkedIn. I know that. There's nothing worse than going on LinkedIn. It says 7 people from the MOD have looked at your profile, but you can't see who they are because their profiles are locked. So there we go. Anyway, it's now been proven, documents have now been released to prove that during lockdown, the British Army used a unit which they put together specifically for spying on all those that were anti-lockdown. Anyone that was talking about COVID and going, it's bullshit, was spied on. Yeah, the British Army used a unit which was put together to do that. Yeah, and it's now being proven. So not only do the British Army spy on foreigners, the government uses soldiers now to spy on its own people. If you won't conform, you're classed as a protagonist, you're classed as a threat to the state. If you don't follow their rules, the rules that they didn't follow, just goes to show, doesn't it? Yeah. You may laugh, but you know there's more rules and regulations. There's been more people in the UK put in jail for speech, for talking out of turn, than there has been in Russia. There we go. And we say, oh, socialists and all. We blame every other country for having strict regimes when the UK is probably the worst. Well, I think it's just behind the USA, actually, which is quite strange. When the USA and UK talk about freedom, there basically is none. If you speak out of turn, your freedom's taken away from you. Yes. Anyway, let's move away from that there. What have I got here? Do anything? Oh. Now, this is weird, because if I say something which can antagonize people on this YouTube channel, I'll get restrictions. The video will never be uploaded. That's what happens. However, did you know in London, a UK GP, a doctor, a general practitioner, stood there and he gave a speech. He gave a speech telling Arabs to rise up against the West and Israel. He actually asked Arabs to attack Israel in front of dozens of Metropolitan Police officers in London. It's on camera. Go and Google it today. He gave a hate speech telling Arabs to attack Israel, and the Metropolitan Police let him give that speech. They didn't even stop him. So crime does pay in the UK. It really does. Sad times that we live in. It really is. You have to ask yourself why the Metropolitan Police didn't stop his speech and actually arrest him for inciting hatred. You mean, Jesus, if I say something about, I don't know, I won't mention it clearly, but if I say something which annoys the minority, I mean, the police come knocking on your door. But it's quite sad. It's quite sad times, isn't it, people? Yes. Right. There's loads in the news today, but I mean, a lot of it's just nonsense. There's no point even talking about it. A lot of it's nonsense. What I would like to point out is how come I have sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books and hardly anyone is leaving a review. Get onto Amazon and leave a review of the book. Tell me you thought it was shite, or tell me you thought it was good, but at least tell me something. Don't just go, oh, let it go. I actually got Sue Smith's book, To Pet a Porcupine, her dad's book, and I've already left a review on Amazon. It may take a day or a couple of days to come up, but at least I've left a review to show them what I thought of the book. Yes. Right, people. Christmas time. You can't really see it now, can you? But it's there, little Susie. Yeah. All good. Anyway, it's Sunday. Look at the state of my hair. I'm going to go and relax. And here's a tip, by the way, for all you men out there that wear jackets. If you don't have something for your pocket, pull your pocket out. Pull your pocket out. It's a little tip. It looks like you've got a handkerchief when you don't. Little tip of the trade. Anyway, listen, have a great day, everyone, and stay safe.